Today, from Ford Field, Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Detroit Lions taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Dallas Cowboys and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions. Team entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
When I was watching film this week, I had to write a note to myself. 3 touchdown passes in an NFL game deserves respect, not ho-hum just because they throw it around all the time, and he got his respect. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, it's the ultimate vote of confidence from a week ago. Hey, look, he was great, not his best game ever, but obviously was very good to garner that award. All the talk this week, though, was about let's take that forward now. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who is shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go to Elliott again. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw here. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Here we go. Let's go, ladies.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing it for a loss.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Lions will take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll have Jimmy G calling the shots. Grew up in the northern suburbs of Chicago, went to Eastern Illinois. Jimmy Garoppolo.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
This defense is a difficult angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. They've taken care of that early.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Again, it's Dillon. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
But, Charles, you know, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And, look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you've got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The Cowboys at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, you know, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A dump off to Elliott. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll look to throw again.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Inside give to Elliott. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They're going to look to throw. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisp.
Angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Garoppolo.
A throw for Pittman is intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there, so go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. Extra point forthcoming. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Garoppolo looks to throw. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Garoppolo on 1st down.
He'll go right back to St. Brown. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are back within a score.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. That time a 6-play drive. And a nice play on the end of it. An 18-yard touchdown run.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Being chased out left.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Back to throw here. Buying time to his left.
And he'll go right back to Lamb.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That one complete to Elliott. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw again.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Point after, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Working with a 2nd and 4.
Play action, Garoppolo. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with a 1st down.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 10th out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Left side to Lamb.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. 2nd and 5. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Derek Brown
breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now fourth down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
The drive starts with a carry by Dillon.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8-yard line.
Jonah Jackson, former third-round pick, the guilty party. Now Dillon on the inside give. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Donovan Wilson that time there on the tackle. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll head down. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Garoppolo. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. But it's caught on the right side at Smith.
And he's going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. Dillon now on 1st and 10.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. On 2nd down, Elliott.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Now he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
The give is to Elliott.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 68 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Come on. Hey,
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 23. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of
balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Detroit's offense ready to take over.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
19 Tiger.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They're going to look to throw.
That's caught again by Schultz.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
Now back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz from 6 yards away. And the Cowboys take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And Detroit getting set to go now. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
That's the NFL vet Calais Campbell coming in and dragging him down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
Fielded at about the 28. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it's enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down.
And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a 1st at the Lions' 44. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll set up to throw.
Open man Lamb. It's complete.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 33. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll drop to throw. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. There he goes, right side. The 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Marr on for the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route.
And he goes out right around the 39.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
They'll look to throw here. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll look to throw again.
And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career, and that ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the pass, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys were excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising. What a nice career he's put together.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers, 7 for 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30. So now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. They'll give to Elliott, and he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll try again with Elliott. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? The game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking. They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Detroit. 63 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
He'll try again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Garoppolo. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Michael Pittman from 3 yards out. And the Lions have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Marr now to add the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. This is Elliott. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Back to throw here. Steps away to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
So Jimmy Garoppolo and the offense down by 2 touchdowns. 1:54 on the clock. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Garoppolo. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Garoppolo now. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only do they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Extra point up and through, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
So here come the Lions now.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review of this being inside 2 minutes. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Over where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Cowboys, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they fall a game under the